Mr. President, let me say that the budget presented yesterday was a very ambitious budget with very huge financial provisions in the highlighted sectors. I don't want to go into the economics of the budget, but I was wondering how 1,500 naira for $1 will bring down inflation from 34% to 15%. I'll leave that to work out. Let me go straight to where I have concern. Mr. President, my concern is on the infrastructure proposed by Mr. President to be built in 2025. During the budget speech, Mr. President highlighted that Sokoto-Badagry Highway will be built and the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway will be built. I was waiting to hear that the President will build the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri Railway Line, which is the Eastern Rail Line. You will recall that I brought a motion here for the federal government to build the Eastern Rail Line, and that motion was co-sponsored by 35 senators. It was unanimously resolved that the President should build standard gauge rail from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. All the senators on that corridor co-sponsored that motion. So I was expecting a legacy project, Eastern Rail Line, running from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. But it does appear that it has been overlooked again. Looking at the budget...
We have not seen the details now. This is
I've seen the provision on land transportation. What we have there is 223 billion. 223 billion. We have looked at it, and it is obvious with the ongoing projects from Kaduna to Kano, Kano to Maladi, and other rail lines under construction. That Port Harcourt-Maiduguri rail line can hardly be there. So I want to draw the attention of the Senate to that. Let's hope that it is in the breakdown as you are hoping, but in the event that it is not there, I would like the Senate to intervene because the government has just announced free train ride starting from 20th December to 6th of January for the holidays. There's no rail line in that corridor. So I pray that the Senate should consider.
Your time is off.
Senate should consider that project to include it in the 2025 appropriation. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Hussein Babangida.
I would like to say that the statement of Mr. President CMC in talking about the milestone achieved in implementing a 2024 budget is not really reflected by the facts on the ground, because it talks about the revenues in record numbers. It talks about implementing expenditure up to 85% by the third quarter. But in the oversight functions that we undertook over the last 1 month, almost all the MDS got only about 20% of the capital budget. So it means that all the revenue we have been generating has been expended in recurrent. Therefore, not much development has taken place. Secondly, Mr. President, I think it is good to talk about implementing legacy infrastructure projects. You know, one of my colleagues have mentioned the Badagry Sokoto Highway and the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Mr. President, we have roads, highways within the country that are in very bad state. I would expect that we will also focus on rehabilitating existing roads that are in the country. Finally, Mr. President.
Your time is off.
Well,